it's going to make that quick jump, as the game was brought from like 10,000 net worth lead from EHOME back to even. And then they drop the Divine Rapier. SCCC, dies to that troll on his second life. I think that could have been would have been game winning had they been able to kill that troll the second time in that spot. But he ends up going down. They drop the Divine Rapier. They have to fight back for it, and it just never feels the same, especially giving up that fourth Roche, where Aegis Cheese, Refresher Shard, Ag's Blessing, which I was originally looking for to see if that Dark Portrait had done anything. I didn't really check afterwards. But just having that as well.
He took over a DK in the final fight in ult form, which I think is fair enough. So he didn't take over the TB, but I mean, the slow effect that you get from the DK is also really nice. So
yeah, and they were able to get right on top of Bobica.
And there's the Grimstroke ban, by the way. I told you, I knew they'd ban one of the two. Like, I don't think you want to give them this Grimstroke Visage again. I think it's something they seemed really comfortable on EHOME.
Yeah, and that's their third straight win with that combination, coming across 3 different leagues and 3 different opponents. So, I mean, it's maybe something they've been waiting to perfect to finally get it out there. And, I mean, what more than a league where Grimstroke has a 20% win rate to try it? Feeling like, hey, we can up the win rate here.
It was 25, actually, I'll have you know. It's probably about 26 now.
It might be. It might have gone up a couple of percentages.
And they actually banned the Visage as well.
Wow.
Really showing them the respect. And this is going to mean some heroes are being let through here that weren't before. Like this Pangolier is definitely one of them that we've been seeing pretty much banned out against Aster, I think, almost all the time. And it's interesting that EHOME actually decided to ban the Silencer against them instead as well. We've seen this from Bobica. This like Mars Silencer opener that they go for on Aster sometimes. Can be really difficult to play into in terms of team fighting. I'd like to see a Rubik, though, this game from somebody. That hero is still super fun.
And then they go to the Ember. So Lich Ember for EHOME, a good combination.
Yeah, there's not a huge amount of position 5s left in the pool. Grimstroke's gone, Tree's gone, Silencer, Wisp, Shadow Demon, Kotter, all banned out by him, all position 5s. So there's not really a huge amount left. I mean, they could have gone for Disruptor if they wanted to, but I think Lich is just a lot more solid of an opener. Doesn't really give anything away. Like this Ember can go mid, can go safe lane, can go position 4 as well because they have Jin Q. And I love that Oracle pick as well. I think when you're playing against Lich Ember, like the Purge from the Fortune's End, so valuable. Taking off the Frost Shield, taking off the Flame Guard as well, taking off Chains. And it's also just, that hard save. The Fate's Edict's super good at stopping the damage from the Chain Frost coming through as well. And I wonder what core they're going to look to pick up in the second phase of this, because something like DP is still in the pool as well, if they want to go for it on Aster.
The combination of Oracle Tusk has been an interesting one, too. You have the Fortune's End, you get Tag Team or Fortune's End into Shards. Like, I could totally see Aster going for that and putting the Pango 3, Tusk 4, Oracle 5, have a decent 3-4-5 combo.
Pango Tusk isn't anywhere near as good as it used to be in the lane, though, because the Tag Team only works on the first hit from Swashbuckle, which is really sad. It used to be so ridiculous. Same with Snapfire. What's it called? Lil Shredder. It doesn't work anymore, those two with Tag Team. It was one of the most horrendous lanes to play against Tusk Snapfire when it first came out. Everybody was playing it in pubs. It was awful. And they banned Timber, by the way, on EHOME. Interesting.
Again, never gonna go unbanned except for that one game, and now Clinks. That could be Jinkyu on that Clinks with the Ember already picked up. But they have played it for nothing to say.
Yeah, I actually think they're going to I think EHOME are likely to play the Clinks as the 4 this game, just because they see these 2 squishy supports as well. Like, I think Clinks does okay against Oracle in the laning stage because he has that constant poke damage. And Oracle's not a tanky hero. Like, he doesn't have high armor. So this Blightstone Searing Arrow is going to be coming through. Should deal a decent amount of damage.
Let's see. I guess they technically could go Disruptor as well and put that in the 4 position for Aster.
They could. I think they want to flex this Pango still, though, with their draft. They're probably going to pick a core here. I think something like Monkey King doesn't sound too bad, honestly. It's a little bit sad against the Lich, but they have the Purge. So I don't think they should be too worried. I think you just want to have that flex value in your core as well, potentially. Unless they see something like a Beast... Oh, no, Beast Loss is banned, sorry. I was going to say, unless they see some kind of like offering that they feel they really like, but they could go back for the DK as well. Isn't awful. It's so funny to see the first phase bans being so different this game to normal, because they have to ban Wisp and Silencer against Aster, and now Aster have banned Grimstroke and Visage against the EHOME. So like, there's so many heroes that have been let through that we just don't normally get to see because of them being banned out all the time. Oh,
Does end up being the disruptor.
Yeah.
And now Earthshaker comes in, so that more so looking like a nothing to say Clinks. However, that could be a Faith Beyond Earthshaker.
I would assume they're looking at a Faith Beyond Earthshaker. I mean, again, like you say, they've got so much flex value with their lineup. They could put anything through from a 1 to a 4. Which I think when EHOME look best is when they have that draft advantage and they flex like Jinkyu's hero pool a little bit. Because he can play these weird heroes that can also be played as cores. Like Jinkyu could play Ember, Clinks, or Earthshaker at this point in time. He played Shaker last game, but he's played the Ember and the Clinks before in different series this event. And yeah, I really dislike this Disruptor pick. Like, their 3-4-5 is so squishy. And they're playing against Ember, Clinks, and now a Shaker as well.
Yeah.
And it's this thing again where I feel like if Aster aren't playing from ahead, their lineup's going to feel really bad. And I just think this Clinks is going to have an amazing time at the moment.
Oof. And we saw what happened in the last game when the mid and the off lane didn't really get a lot of farm. It comes down to another SCCC hero, which now this time is in fact the Troll.
Yeah, they have Oracle Troll, like decent combo. I'm worried it can get kited around a little bit, but it's super good against Clinks as well. Like, naturally high armor on the Troll. I think this is okay. Gives them a decent win condition as well. I think it lanes up well against any of these position 4 heroes that Jinkyu could play as well. Invoker ban. Interesting. It's a pretty good Quastox Invoker game, to be fair. It makes me think it's probably going to be Ember mid as well, and then Shaker 3, Clinks 4, and they're looking to pick up a POS 1.
Could they go something like the Void?
They could. They would have a really good team fight then as well, and they have decent damage to put in with the Burning Army and the Chain Frost.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they banned the OD since they've picked the Troll. What do they need on... Like, they need a mid hero, but what kind of... Maybe like a TA would be okay here. It's pretty sad against Clinks in lane because Searing Arrows works as 2 hits through Refraction because they're separate instances, the attack and the Searing Arrow. But I think it's an okay TA game overall. They need like some BKB hero more than anything. I think they could even just go back for the DK if they wanted, but I'm not sure if I like that. Ooh, yes.
Kunkka. I like it.
I think this is really good. I think they'll probably put the Ember mid here up against that. It's not a fun lane for the Ember, but like, I think if he gets levels this game, he should be really happy with how what he could influence on the map.
I'm still thinking Void, but now with this Kunkka, I'm not certain it'll be that great.
I mean, they could pick a 3 hero as well and do like Ember 1 Clinks 2, but I don't like Clinks against Kunkka. It sounds like it'd be really difficult. Because you're not naturally tanky. I think this Tidebringer coming through might really bully you out the lane, and as soon as Kunkka hits 6, you're just dead on Clinks. Yeah, okay.
So they go to the Morphling. Should be ending with a 3 Earthshaker, 4 Clinks.
Yes, yeah. Okay, so it is what I thought it would. It's a decent Morphling game, though. They don't have a great way of dealing with them. It's kind of like only really the Disruptor, right? As in terms of hard lockdown, they don't have a huge amount apart from Rolling Thunder. So when Salah gets BKB this game, I actually think he's in a really commanding position. I think if Aster can do well in their lanes, they have a chance this game. But I actually really like EHOME's draft. I think they look solid. And they've got this Lich to help reduce the damage from the Troll Warlords.
To be fair, though, you did like Aster's draft last game.
What are you trying to say? I did like.
I'm not trying to say anything. I liked it too.
I the game really sad last time.
Yeah, I don't think there was. I don't think the draft was where they went wrong.
No, agreed.
Yeah, you know, just trying to put the prediction Kyle on you. You know,
like I can see how both teams would win this game. I think Kunka's got a 100% win rate so far this tournament as well, which means Aster have definitely won. That's how stats work.
Well, just like the Grimstroke, they only had like a 20-something% chance to win that game, and they did it.
True. Very true.
So we'll see how this game goes. I just, after a game like that, could you maybe sense that Aster might be a little desperate to get something done, and that might force them to make moves that they might not normally? It's an elimination series. It's not one where you've got a second chance.
I still think Aster are going to be feeling fine, to be honest, after last game. They're going to realise where they went wrong, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they should be massively worried here. I think they probably think they're still the better team, right? Like, we saw them take a game off Vici yesterday. So I'm just looking at starting items.
Shocking.
It's the Xingqiu Classic. He's actually gone for a sentry, by the way, in this laning stage bot, which isn't normally what he does. He goes for a salve as well instead of picking up the sentry. You see he's got the salve queued up, but he's going to put that deep ward down again. I'm pretty sure they did that last game, right? EHOME. Because they did it in the top lane up against the TB.
Yeah, and they immediately saw him. He was like right under it, except in the other lane, up there.
And I love that this Pangolier is staying around mid at the moment because they're not sure what matchup they're going to be getting. You see Troll heading towards mid as well, SCCC. They really want this Troll up against the Morphling in the laning stage with like some kind of like aggro try, and they put the Pango in a 1v1 against the Shaker, and it seems like that's the one they're going to get.
So we get a quick pause coming in. Who disconnected? It was nothing to say.
Nothing to say.
It's nothing to say. Still number one.
I think he is, right? You can't see when you're in lobby for some reason. It doesn't let you see people's badges. You have to wait until the game ends to click on them. I'll have a look. Dota 2 leaderboards. Probably don't have a huge amount of time to play pubs at the moment, to be honest, considering the amount of tournaments that are going on in China.
3 or 4 at the moment. 4 if you're involved in that Spring Invitational. I know IG are. It's the Asia Spring Invitational. Yeah. IG's in it. Keen Gaming's in it. IG Vitality's in that.
Yeah, nothing to stay still rank 1, by the way. Mono's now number 2.
Ooh, taking over for XM.
I don't know where XM is. I can't see him anywhere at the moment. He might have not played a solo game in a little while. Just because of all these tournaments going on. They're probably scrimming a lot, I imagine, in between.
We'll say, Mo, I just looked over at the side screen there because I keep an eye on the stream as well. Just saw you do this little hair flip thing.
Oh, yeah. Here you go.
It was nice. I'm a fan.
Gotta look after yourself. They've realised that Shaker TP top, by the way, because his TP's on cooldown, so they're just going to swap cores themselves.
Immediately into the Fortune's End, as well as the Swashbuckle. Sylar taking a lot of damage now.
This is so bad if he dies.
Just dead.
Oh, he has no TP. Because he TP'd bot to swap lanes. That's so bad.
That is really bad.
Because he's going to miss so much XP as well. Like, I really think SCCC should just be shoving this wave in as quickly as he can, so that Morphling loses all the XP under tower. And he's actually walking top as well.
Like, look at this combination. I mean, they've got so much damage, and now Innocence will die.
Yeah, Morphling's walking top, so Zinky's now the core hero, by the way.
By the way, I called Sylar SCCC by accident.
Oh, well done.
Just realized.
Good on you.
Or SCC. No. I called it right. SCC got the kill. Right. I think I was right. Damn, dude, my short-term memory is wildly low.
I just don't even listen to you anymore. That's the, you know, I just assume you're going to call the names wrong. I do it all the time in China. All the time. Sylar top lane's getting run
again on a Sylar.
Poor guy. He is level 2 now though, so he's going to have that waveform up. I'm surprised he didn't try and commit there with the waveform onto the Pango. I feel like he probably could have killed him. Has a little bit of PTSD after that other death, possibly.
Ooh, Fate. I'll end up going down. Finally, a first kill there for EHOME.
And now they've got the laning setup they wanted. And unfortunately for SCCC, Morphling's still got a TP. So he's probably just going to go back again to bot lane here, up against that Pangolier.
Boy. A constant lane shifting is not great, but they sent Jinkyu here to try and get a kill. Said they're going to lose Innocence, and, well, now, let's see if they can get anything. Sylar trying to fight 3 heroes here. And, well, they are going to lose this Morphling. So good news for Sylar. You could TP bottom. Bad news for Sylar. He's dead.
But this is the thing. We talked about teams really wanting to punish EHOME style of these like greedy position 4s like the Clinks. If these tri-lanes break out, Clinks doesn't do anything. And now Bobuka's just the off-laner. And XXS and SCCC are laning together.
This is a big contrast to the previous game.
Why is Bobuka just level 4 bot lane? What? These lanes are so funky.
Now XSS shows up. You could do a lot early. Purifying Flames level 2. Steal some, kills here from SCCC with that Purifying Flames. But Sylar's still up here, and XSS finally goes over bottom, so doesn't have to be against this more. He wants to be, what, in this situation here right now, or does he want to TP towards bottom? When he's got the
mid lane,
opportunity.
Something's going to be kicking off here.
Oh? Sean going down, and that's Jinkyu coming over. Nothing to say is very good on this Ember. I don't know what's getting said at the moment. But a little bit of all chat, and I'm a big fan.
Translation up. I mean, apparently, according to Google Translate, what Bobuka said means vampire.
Okay.
I've no idea.
Oh, kinetic field again, and Bobuka Purifying Flames. There it is, level 2, doing a lot of damage and getting the kill there. And this is
tip him
great laning so far from Aster, I would say. Again, just throwing that Fortune's End out to Sylar.
XSS might be in trouble here if he swashbuckles away, especially.
Jinkyu just shadowing him. A couple of shots coming through, but won't get the kill, and XSS actually swashbuckles closer to him, though still back.
They might look to try and dive him here. Yeah, I think they will.
Good fissure, and now the TP. XSS into the trees. Jinkyu looking for an opportunity to go in and continue forward, but he's got the salve, so can't finish him off.
He has Echo Slam on Faith behind. I think he's trying to kind of half bait something in here. Trying to just skip the wave here to give the catapult as much chance of damaging the tower as it can.
Already level 6. Meanwhile, Morphling, Sylar bouncing around top to bottom, bottom to top, grave to alive.
Considering the start
19
of this
and 11.
game, yeah, considering the start of this game though, I think all the cores are having an okay time. Like, considering all the lane swaps we had and things like Morphling and Ember, which I feel like they've been the only ones sitting in a lane and actually farming this whole time, aren't really that far ahead of the other cores.
Never refuse gold given.
Mango Tree, Arcane Ring. Some of the neutral items coming out here. And oh boy, Bobica just getting overwhelmed with the rotation here from Jinkyu, and Jinkyu's got that early 10 damage.
It feels like he always makes the right rotations on this Clinks. Like he almost got another one bot lane as well, right?
Yeah, had he gotten that, I mean, being at 15, 7 minutes into the game would be nice. Just being at 10, I think, is a good bump.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, because 10 damage means so much early on, right? Like these early kills are the ones that mean the most because you can help Snowball to get the next kills. He has his medallion now as well. He's actually pretty farmed.
Yeah, what's he sitting at in terms of net worth? 1829. He's got 400 more than the other supports there on the side of Aster. He is coming around towards bottom again. They could use that medallion, maybe even able to kill Fade immediately.
Oh, they're going to
Juan makes the rotation, and they're going to spot him. And he's got double damage, so Faith Beyond will sit back.
With Innocence,
Blink Dagger's not too far either.
Isn't easy.
Could just Sinister Gaze him and pull him deep, but they look for the Torrent. They miss it. Echo Slam. A lot of damage onto this Pangolier, but Faith Beyond now hit with the Ghost Ship. Remnant forward, gets the kill on XSS. Frostblast takes out Fade. They look over at Juan. Nothing to say, doesn't have the mana yet to get a Searing Chain Sleight of Fist off, but he doesn't even have it off cooldown just yet. Torrent misses, the chase is on. They'll bring Bobica bottom. He's only level 5. Is the damage enough? Sighting 10 and gets around the tower, but the Remnant, now maybe they'll focus Bobica. Instead, nothing to say, still looking to get a kill here onto this Kunkka as Innocence rolling around the tower ends up dead. They've also brought Fade back, and all of a sudden, nothing to say. He gets baited pretty heavily and ends up falling in that situation, and Juan survives.
Yeah, I think
that should not be the way that went.
Diving that tier 1 tower for like a really tanky Kunkka doesn't really make much sense to me. You gotta just play safe. They did make lots of space for Sylar, I think, up in the top lane though, so he's really catching up now. Has that Morbid Mask as well, so he's going to be farming that jungle really quickly with the sustain. This Triple C comes over and he's like, oh, the big camp's already gone. Never mind.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Bounty Rune's about to come up as well as the outposts. I think outposts are pretty much done for a 1-for-1.
You have 4 seconds.
It's not happening. They really want Sylar here. I don't know how much of an easy kill this is.
And Swashbuckle, but he's morphing into the strength. He's surviving for now. Ghost Ship coming in with the X. Rolling Thunder's there as well as the Torrent. This is a lot of heroes, a lot of rotations just to get the kill into the Morphling. Yes, that slows him down and stops him up for a moment. Nothing to say, we'll continue to farm over bottom. He's going into a Spirit Vessel and just about having the blink his Faith Beyond. So they'll have the Echo Slam. They can fight with that coming in next.
Holy moly, though. This Shaker has blink.
Yeah.
God.
On top of which, he just found a Royal Jelly to hand over to his 1 and 2 position cores.
Is under attack. Radiant structures are
he's going to give it to the Morphing in a second. Yeah, there you go.
There it is. Ooh, top Echo. There's the blink reveal. And it gets him 2 kills.
is under attack.
That's exactly what you were looking for with that blink reveal, to pick up that blink and immediately do something like that with it. 8-7, but EHOME with a 2,000 net worth lead.
Radiant's
I'll be
bottom
honest, Beakup, I
tower
completely
has
missed that
fallen.
one. I was like, oh, he should have picked up Blink, and then my brain didn't comprehend that he was probably going to use that Blink for a kill. It's, you know, quite special of me. Never mind. But yeah, I mean, he kills off the 2 supports, which is nice. Like, it's not game changing, but I think the big Blink reveal is going to not only, you know, net them those 2 kills, but the
bottom.
bot lane. God, XXS.
Jesus, XSS. EHOME are playing the same pace that they started the first game with. I guess it comes down to if they can maintain it, unlike the previous game. But again, that was also due to the fact that Aster did a good job of, you know, holding EHOME back.
But this is this double position 5 thing again from Aster, right? It's the same as the Keeper Light and the Disruptor last game. Like they've moved the Disruptor to the 4 this time, but they picked up this Oracle, and this is what I meant. They needed to have a good start to the game. They needed their lanes to go well for them to have a chance to win this. And I think they've made the game really difficult for themselves by. It's not because of them. I mean, EHOME have played really well, but the game's going to be so much more harder for them. Oracle purchased off the DD off the Ember there. That was nice.
Yeah, spotted Bobica though. Where's Jinku? He's got 15 gen and with the rolling thunder. Torrent misses both, but they're gonna rotate and get 2 kills here. XSS gets one, SCCC gets the other. It's the 4-5 going down.
The only thing I worry about for Aster is that they did a really good job of trying to shut him down early, but this Morphing's having a free game now. Like, they haven't really stopped him from doing what he wants to do. They've used static now as well, so they don't really have any kill threat on him at the moment either.
Echoes back up in 20 seconds.
As well? Yeah, okay. Kuka's got that vessel soon, which is going to be really handy. I hope they just try and like hunt him permanently after when that comes up, to be honest. He has a lot of urn charges as well, actually 3 already.
Well, that being said, Ember's got his own spare vessel, and he's got 2 charges right now. They are starting to rotate towards bottom. If they can get a kill on SCCC, that would be pretty stellar for them. But they're just going to invade the jungle. Ward spots them anyway.
I know you talk about the Vestal Ember, but I think it means less this game because they have an Oracle, though, on the Aster side. Like, they can not only just purge the effect off, but they also have the False Promise as well to keep people alive and purge that Vestal off that way, too. So, unless Ember can, like, find a pick-off when they're not paired up together, then I don't think this Vestal's going to have a huge amount of impact this game. Because if you see, like, Aster are doing a really good job of just playing in pairs and things. And potentially 3s at this moment mid as they look for a kill, because they have static up.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
You can dodge Glimpse with Sleight of Fist, remember, so I think they might be waiting for him to use that. But nothing to say, doing a really good job of just playing the lane normally.
Jinku's kind of slowed his pace down a little bit. He's looking around. They do get the smoke on the high ground, but did they smoke right in front of the outpost? Chain Frost comes in, Sinister Gaze, and Juan trying to still finish off the Lich. Juan gets the kill on the Innocents. They've used Chain Frost on this one, but there's the Searing Chains coming through on XSS, who does have that Rolling Thunder to disrupt the fight. That is a smoke for a 5 position, and even more space being built here for Morphling.
I mean, that's so insanely good for EHOME, the fact that Innocence was the one that died there. And they got the static on the Ember.
They're going to try and get this kill, and Echo Slam comes in and absolutely rocks them. But the question is, do they follow this up with anything enough to get the kill? Sylar turns into the Kunkka, but they just don't get anything more.
Yeah, for EHOME it's difficult because they have one core at the moment that doesn't really want to fight in this Morphling. Whereas if you look at Aster's side, like, all their cores look really good.
Fissure, jump, totem, Juan, hit with the torrent from Sylar, but now they'll get the kill on a Faith Beyond. They look to keep Juan alive, but Innocence ends up dead, and down goes Sylar. Wow.
Sana just waveforms over the top of the Kung, who's definitely not going to die there.
Radiant's
Instantly ends up on the other side of the map, and they're like, oh.
Dire's
He's like,
middle
oh, you've got a
tower is under
vessel.
attack.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah, look, that's what I mean. Like, this vessel charge, remember, just disappears straight away. And this is going to be a free tier 1 for Aster, and all of a sudden they're back in the
Dire's
game.
middle tower has fallen. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Still kind of.
The torrent top! Oh
Nice.
my god, that was so sick.
Uh-oh.
Radiant's top
Jin
tower
Q.
is under attack.
There's the X, and eventually the kill.
He blind torrented because he saw the Clinks running away from the lane, and they had a sentry down already, so he knew. Walked in. Yeah, and with the follow-up dust. Jinkyu's a goner, unfortunately. I think this
like
Clinks is going to be a lot stronger when he has Deso, by the way. They don't need to wait for it on
Radiant's middle tower
EHOME
is
side,
under
but
attack.
when he does eventually get that, he's going to be absolutely massive in terms of the damage that he can output in fights. Sidear's been so weirdly inconsistent this tournament, though. I feel like he's probably been the most inconsistent carry player we've seen.
Defusal on a Faith Beyond, and they should be able to get the kill easily onto the Earthshaker.
Oh, no.
Looking for innocence, and it looks like it's just going to be a second. This is really going downhill fast for EHOME.
What is it with troll players and maxing fervor, by the way? In China. I don't think I saw this once ever in EU CIS.
It's fun, I guess. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. That was my deep, in-depth, analysis of that. I don't really know. Maybe they see something differently with the build.
I don't think fervor scales that well, though. Oh.
Chain Frost bouncing over to neutrals, and Innocence is just dead here.
And they're going to go into the Roche pit here because they have the Pango and the Troll. You know, these constant disarms going to come through means SCC doesn't even really take damage here. And they also have the Vlad statue and the Pango as well.
Invisibility.
Radiant are scanning. Roshan
Easy Roche,
has fallen to the
and
Radiant.
immediately into the smoke. EHOME have not missed the timing. I don't think that's the proper phrase, but they have botched the timing, I think. Not the game timing, but definitely feels like they've botched their moment.
I think
that's
they
for
just
sure.
took a couple of really bad fights on their side. Like I don't think they messed up the timing. I think they messed up the fights. Like,
X. Slight. Trying to remnant away, trying to dodge it with a slight, but now the Static Storm is there with the Ghost Ship. They'll get the kill and a nothing to say.
Dire's middle tower
and there's
is
war.
under
Follow the courier, Bobika, to find innocence.
Dire's courier has been killed. Dire's
XSS is going to come top. They're picking him out.
Ooh.
Get the last word.
First life away from the Troll. They've got the Burning Army down, but they just don't have anything that can get that kill. In the second time.
I actually think that's the biggest kill of the fight, the fact that they managed to get the Troll Aegis there. Because it means that Aster aren't going to be able to play as aggressive as they have been. Yeah, Innocence does finally go down top as well. I mean, they were just chasing him for a while. Yeah, like, they would have really liked to have, like, forced the rest of the outer towers on the map if they possibly could with that Aegis, but with it being gone now, I'm not sure how confident they feel, especially because Silas just picked up this E-Blade.
He's just got to go into the fights the right way, though. He cannot fight the way he did over mid that time.
And this is what I mean with him being, like, so weirdly inconsistent, because I feel like he's
Wayne,
actually been
Toto?
okay.
There's the E-Blade Echo Slam. Faith Beyond? And he's going to get rooted, and he's dead.
Silas
Now the
vessel.
Spirit Vessel, now the Ghost
What?
Ship. Sylar, what?
I'm glad he just proves my point again. It's weird. I don't know why he didn't just run. Or at least try.
Why did he echo?
A waveform. To be fair, I think the echo was just to make sure they secure the kill.
But he was dead before.
Maybe he just saw the troll and thought they could like instantly transition into a +1 kill. Difficult to know.
Jeez. That was
Dire's
insert
middle
OD
tower is under
Pixel
attack.
TI Battle Pass line right there. And I'm not talking about the Seb line, that's for sure. This time, nothing to say. Uses that swipe. The fissure is out, and this is looking like it may be more than one kill. But the Burning Army, Bobica, false promises himself. Jinkyu trying to focus and get that kill. Swashbuckle comes in. Jinkyu now needing to run. Purifying Flames is going to be enough? No, it won't. So Jinkyu does get the kill there. They're remnant away, but nothing to say. Will end up dead afterwards. Jinkyu falls as well. Chain Frost bouncing around in a good spot, but what else?
Bottom tower is under
Nothing.
attack.
That's the, that's the thing.
They're just purely outplaying them at the moment. And I think EHOME are really struggling with they have no hero that wants to just commit to a fight with like a cheap stun, right? Like they're so reliant on this Shaker just going in with Slam or like poking them with Fissure from far away to start a fight. Like they have no hero that just wants to go in. You know, Ember kind of does want to in some games, but this game there's so much that can bring him down because like there's the X with the follow-up, there's the Static Storm as well. He's finding it really difficult to play these fights on nothing to say at the moment. And I think they really need this Morphling BKB because there's so much magic damage coming through at the moment. But Sylar's, like, he has this E-Blade, but if he ever goes in and like tries to waveform on top of somebody, he just has no escape because they have the Vessel on the Kunkka.
Invisibility.
He kind of just dies straight away when he blows somebody up. And this Clinks has felt really underwhelming this game. Like, it felt super good at the start because it was gaining lots of information as well.
Yeah. Ooh, Dust X. Good job by Chuan. Got the ghost ship to pull him in, and down he goes. Easy kill there again. And continuing to just bump themselves up. You see how far Sylar's fallen behind? Where the Amber's at? I mean, even Jinkyu, yes, he's ahead of both supports, but like we were talking about, it's the double 5, basically. And
he was so
Jinkyu,
far
he
ahead.
was going for Desolator. How long ago did he start this Desolator? It's got to be at least 10 minutes, right?
Yeah, like he was so far ahead of the other two supports though on the other team before. He had like 4.7k net worth when they had like Disrupt had like 2.8 or something. All of a sudden,
Radiant's
Disrupt just
bottom
gained 2,000
tower
gold
is
and Clinks has
under
gained like 800. So, you know, Jinkyu, it shows a lot about how these fights have gone for EHOME over the last few minutes or so. Their progression has really slowed down
Dire's top
in comparison
tower
to
is
what
under
Aster
attack.
have. Aster have just been making so many good rotations around the map.
Remnant forward, Fissure hits, and Chain Frost, Echo Slam, Fade gone, Chuan gone, and now they look for more. Ghost Ship hits on to Nothing to Say, Rolling Thunder to try and leave. Remnant, Nothing to Say, trying to close the gap, but can't. It's 2 kills there, but it does cost them everything to get
Radiant's middle
those.
tower is under attack.
That Rolling Thunder lasts so long with the talent at 15.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
I always forget.
Bounty.
Okay, so do they just get all 4 bounty rooms? Oh, there's one left. They got 3, but the other one's on their side, so should be able to go and pick it up at some point. So that gets rid of, you know, one of the K's of net worth difference between the two of them in those bounty rooms. And this Clinks has Deso now, so they actually do a decent amount of damage with that. Like, they have the Blightstone, they've got the Deso. Do Blightstone and Deso stack? I actually have no idea. I wonder if it'd be value getting another Blightstone on Clinks after that Deso finishes.
Never refuse
I assume it doesn't
gold
work,
given.
but
I don't think so.
Troll? What? S-triple
Out of
C?
trance down?
Fat-fingered? Happens to the best of us.
At least it's not a BKB charge.
The battle chance being down might actually be really bad though here. I mean, EHOME don't know obviously, but if a fight does kick out and he doesn't have it, they're gonna be like, why is he not pressing ult? Guys. And Morphling actually has BKB now, and they have the Morph Shaker combo as well, so he's going for that Ags next. Something I didn't even comprehend in my head that they had this Morph Shaker. So that's actually insanely scary.
Radiant's top tower is under
Spirit
attack.
Vessel, Fissure, and now the Rolling Thunder comes in, but the false promise to save the Oracle, or save himself, really. Rolling Thunder hits on a couple of these heroes. They've got the Torrent. They'll take out Innocence. Now the Burning Army. They don't have false promise to work with. The damage out on SCCC. Fissure just on the edge of it. There's the BKB being
He has
forced.
no ult for 20 seconds.
Uh-oh. X, Torrent, Sylar just dies.
How did
He
Sylar
just
die
ends
there?
up dying.
Yes, BKB.
And there's the Echo on to SCCC, but they still can't get the kill. Fissure hits 2, Remnant forward. They've got the Yules. They'll take out Faith Beyond eventually. Bobica and Fate are gone. The supports are out of here. The Desolator's just not doing enough. And there's the Battle Trance. Should be another one. And down goes Nothing to Say.
What? EHOME are just not clicking their buttons well this game. It has to be said, in a lot of these team fights that are coming off, like, how does Morph die before he gets his BKB off there?
Radiant's middle
I feel
tower
like
is
that
under
should
attack.
never happen, right? Did he... Like, did he get glimpsed into, like, a torrent or something?
It's just... I still think he had time to get that BKB off. He got X'd. And I believe it was the Torrent, but... He died very quickly, and it was
It's
the Purifying Flames that really bursted him down low to help out.
It's the classic, I've just bought the item, so I forgot to use it with the BKB. I forgot it was there. Sylar, buddy.
Just-
You gotta prove us all wrong here.
Yeah.
You know, I don't like, you know, trying to point out mistakes like that, but I feel like it's so important to the game.
Ags for the Clinks.
Yeah, this is his build that he likes to do, where it's all about the physical damage burst, right? So he goes for the medallion, goes for the Deso, and then how do I do more damage? Oh yeah, I summon more soldiers. So I go for the Ags.
Ags is now so far away from Sylar to finish off.
He's gonna TP mid here, and they're probably gonna smoke up on EHOME. Do they have one coming out
Dire are scanning.
on the courier? Yeah, they do. They've got a gem as well, actually, coming out for Innocence, I think. Who bought that one, actually?
Radiant are
say?
scanning.
Faith Beyond, Fissure. Good Torrent. Great Torrent, actually, hitting on a Faith Beyond. Link up in 2. They've got the Echo Sign if they want to enter the pit.
Oh, look at this burning army, though.
Q, and yeah, this is a great burning army. They get the kill there on a Faith. They look over at Bobica, who's forced to false promise himself once again, but Sylar, BKB on the run. Burning Army still doing a decent chunk as the Fissure hits onto the Kunkka, and they will commit the Echo, but the BKB comes in, and Schwan, he's okay with this. Sylar turns into the Pangolier. He's taking a lot of damage. The Ghost Ship sends him back with the X, and he's still dead. He's still dying every single fight.
Troll might be in trouble here, though.
Oh boy,
He
Troll
has ult,
in
if he can get it
far.
off.
But
Oh,
there's
he
the
just got it
Trance,
off.
and Innocence is dead. So now he's running against this Fissure.
He has no BKB now on Troll. He has to be careful. And this Pango has to be careful as well. Xinkyu's coming back round.
Still doing a lot of damage, but now they'll move in. Fissure hits on to 2. Faith Beyond blinks forward. I'm not certain why.
Oh, and then Emma gets
Remnant,
caught.
and a third one just gets away from that X-Torrent.
And they're just going to go back into the Roche pit again. That fight started really well for us, for EHOME though. Sorry, they found the supports in the backline first, but Bobica managed to get his ult off onto himself just in time before he died, because he actually didn't have buyback on the Oracle there. And if Bobica dies, you know, as that whole fight's kicking off, then I think
Roshan has
EHOME probably end up getting the Roche because the fight goes their way. but because of the constant saves coming through, they just didn't have the damage to be able to kill off these tanky cores. Like, Kunk has 3,500 HP, a halberd, and a BKB. And Troll has 2,100 HP with a BKB and an SMY. He's almost got that Satanic finished off now. And they're just so far in front now on Aster. I feel like if EHOME had won that fight, then it'd have
Radiant's
been
bottom
complete.
tower is under attack.
With Troll being so close to that Satanic and having the Aegis, I think it's going to be so
Dire's
insanely
middle
difficult
tower is
for
under
EHOME to
attack.
try and come back now. If they can get this like Ags on the Morphling, then maybe they have chance to like blow people up and take them by surprise. But I feel like that's the only way that they could possibly do anything here.
It's a tough spot to be in here for EHOME. Sour's died 7 times this game.
Now, he's really struggling, and especially in these team fights. Like, early on, the thing is, Morphling's one of these heroes, right, where your item timings are so important because you're such a strong hero in these fights. Like,
Radiant's top
imagine if he'd have got
tower is under
BKB
attack.
sooner from, like, taking some of these early game
Dire's
engagements, then
bottom tower
maybe he
is
doesn't
under
die a
attack.
couple of other times in the later fights to the vessel that
Radiant's
catches him by
top tower has
surprise.
fallen. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And he
Dire's
might end up
bottom
going
tower
Manta, I think,
has
by the way.
fallen.
Oh, he's bought the point boost, never mind. He's
Radiant's
he's all in
structures
for this
are
Ags now.
fortified. Radiant's top
I think
tower is
I was going
under
to say he
attack.
might just want the cheap purge to get the vessel off so he
Dire's
doesn't have to
bottom
pop
tower
BKB.
is under attack.
So I feel like that's something that he's really struggling with at the moment. Because
Dire's
Vessel,
structures
this Kunk has taken
are
part in so many kills. He's 6, 2, and 20. He has
Radiant's
10
top
more
tower
Vessel
is under
charges.
attack.
Like, he's not going to run out this
Dire's
game at any
bottom
point.
tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has
Frost Shield
fallen.
and Repair Kit. Good stuff.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
This is just so tough, and I wonder if they can even make their way back. It feels like Aster almost have this one in the bag, but I say that knowing full well that the previous game turned around a couple times. And they're still pressuring past this river. They want to keep the posture on. They want to stay close, just in case they catch somebody out.
Dire's
Meanwhile,
middle
Clinks,
tower
he's
is
2
under
items away
attack.
from having this Ags. But the Ags finished on the Ember, and 800 gold needed here from Sour to finish off his
Dire's
Ags.
middle tower has fallen.
If you, on Sylar, you enchant Totem on the floor and then you turn back into Morph and waveform in with the talent at 20, I assume it hits somebody with the enchant Totem effect. Which sounds crazy to me. Like, he could blow up the Oracle or the Disruptor with that without having to E-Blade them.
Does this mean my flesh will grow back?
I don't think it purges off the effect of Enchant Totem when you turn back, I'm pretty sure. Like, for when you go through waveform and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Radiant's bottom tower
I don't
is under attack.
believe it does. I think it stays.
There you go, he's got it coming out now on the courier. They should probably try and smoke here on EHOME, just to make something happen. Yeah, Innocence does have one. Nothing to say is heading over as well.
Radiant are scanning.
Jinkyu, 1,000 gold away from his Ags, so you're going to have Ag City on this EHOME team.
Oh, bounty.
Which, sad that he doesn't get to be a part of it. Yeah, he's
So
got that
Morphling
extra
now does-
damage.
Yeah, when he's in Morph form, he does 200 damage plus 1,172 with Enchant Totem.
Fissure onto the Kunkka, so the X comes in. He'll pop the Ghost Scepter, but this is still looking like Innocence is dead. He won't even throw the Chain Frost out.
SCC hasn't died all game, by the way. He's 14-0-10, taking part in 24 kills. Talk about game impact.
Dire are scanning.
And they still don't know there's an Aga, by the way. Probably going to realise now with the extra long fissure, but... Did they just... Why didn't he block him
Dire's
in?
middle tower is under
Faith BM?
attack.
They do force out a repair kit, though.
Which gives them one more charge, right?
Gold forgiven.
Yep, and Aegis is down now as well, so... EHOME, what do they want to do with this? He's really close to the Ags, by the way, on Clinks as well. He's about 100 gold away. Yeah, there you go. He's going to have it now. I wonder which talent he takes at level 20. They're both pretty good, because the attack range works on your Burning Army as well.
I'd probably take that. With how sometimes it just feels like they're on the edge of his Burning Army, and his Burning Army is going to get even stronger with his Ags, right?
Mm-hmm. He's so fast with the smoke and the skeleton warp.
Yeah, running at 636.
He's not the guy you want to find first, this troll.
Ooh, Troll, Sylar, now behind them. Burning Army's down, but the Static Storm is there. And can they get the kill on the Xingqiu? Yes, they can. Echo Slam is now out onto the Pangolier, but nobody else. This is not a good fight for the side of EHOME and starting to fall apart. Nothing to say, forced a Remnant out, and it just feels like another botched initiation. Nothing to say, he gets pulled back. They've got the kinetic field. They'll finally Remnant away from the side of Aster, but I mean, this is them losing Xingqiu, using Echo, using Burning Army.
I think it's crazy for them to run into that high ground there. Like, they put the ward down at the start, so at least they do have some vision at the start of the fight, but even so, like, I think the guy you're going to be running into there, like 9 times out of 10, is probably going to be the core first, you know, the guy that you don't want to find. It's up to them to find this Oracle and Disruptor first at the start of the fight.
Structures are fortified.
Boca's playing this Oracle so well, by the way. I've been really impressed.
Was looking to Fissure to block him in, and now they've got the 90-degree Fissure, but
EHOME cannot make right angles.
no. 90 degrees,
Yeah.
guys.
They're struggling.
And they've have to
Struggling with the
close.
angles.
Radiant's bottom
This,
tower is under attack.
and then this. But what you did make, unfortunately, was this, and then this. Leveler, oh my god. Oh, well, I guess he doesn't, he's got the Paladin Sword.
He has Paladin Sword with Satanic, so the lifesteal is really important for him. Like, you have Oracle as well, so the healing gets amped up even more. Ooh, he might take Minotaur Horn instead, but... He could give that to Bobica actually as well, or even Fade.
Fissure. Totem. Jump right on top. The damage. Now another Fissure, but the false promise is there. Swashbuckle away. Do they have the damage? Bobica turns for 1 Purifying Flames, and... Whew.
Whew. Oh my
Very close.
XXS, by the way, is so tanky on this hero. He has Halberd, Vlad's Pipe. Like, he's going for Bastion next as well for a bit of utility, but this Minotaur Horn that he's got means he's not instantly just going to be caught anymore. He's going to be sitting at so much HP as well.
I'll at least find the Disruptor. So Xingqiu still sitting at 40 extra damage. The Fissure comes in. They've got the waveform forward. They'll kill off Bobica.
Kill.
And now they're looking over at Juan, who popped the BKB.
Yeah, they got the supports first. You know, 2 massive kills, and Roche is actually up now. That's huge for EHOME.
Ha! Regeneration.
This is Aegis, Cheese, and Axe. I mean, 3 of their heroes already have Ags. You could give it to the Earthshaker, or, you know, you could make your position 5 a very happy man. AoE Sinister Gaze sounds pretty good to me.
It's yeah, they're both really good. I think they'll probably give it to the Shaker, but they have this ward down, so they really want to fight here. They know Kunkka doesn't have BKB.
Double Fissure. They've got the
dead?
disarm. Juan is just gone.
He's gonna have to buy back here, I think, if they want to fight the Roche pit.
Now they'll have to make the most of this Roche.
Oh my goodness, Tron, you know you don't have BKB. They just saw you pop it in the mid lane before, buddy. And they're just gonna let it go.
Give it to the Lich. Ugh.
Oh, here comes the double enchant totem, bros. Look at this, you ready?
Can production, I don't know if you guys have the rights to it, just play Space Jam?
Yeah. Or probably not at the moment because Space Jam 2 is coming out soon, isn't it?
Yeah,
Are they
but
making another one?
they have to come up with a new song.
Right, okay.
Come on and jam. Space
Radiant's
Jam
middle
2.
tower is
Yeah.
under attack.
Come on. Like, they'll just add 2 to everything. It'll be okay.
Shout out to Mav, by the way. Chaos Dunk on YouTube. What a man he was.
Radiant's
XSS.
middle tower has fallen.
Burning Army. Disarm, and it was the extra attack
Fissure.
range. Fissure, oh, just on the edge, and that's because he's got the Ag's Blessing.
I love how EHOME are just 6k net worth up all of a sudden, by the way, because of the Ags upgrade counting as net worth.
He only makes it there because he gets the movement from the totem as well as the blink. He wasn't making it there without the Ag's Blessing.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Just on the edge of that fissure, gets the stun.
I can't wait for Lich to build a blink here, by the way, and get an Ags from the next Reg.
Yeah. I'd be down for that.
Oh, Illusionist Cape for the Morphling.
Does such a great
Really
thing
good
and
going.
doesn't send it
What
back
does he
to
have
base
coming on the
immediately.
courier? Does he have Satanic? Oh, he has MKB. Oh dear.
Magic
I-
Lamp will be helped by the Lich, probably.
Yeah,
Troll's
probably.
Courier with the Vanguard was down here.
Yeah, I think this. They might have spotted them putting the ward down though, because of that courier flying back, which is quite funny, really. He has a Abyssal now, so no buyback on Troll, no buyback on the Morphling now.
Radiant's
This
bottom
is a big
tower
deal.
is under attack.
But Morphling has the Aegis
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
for another few minutes. Ah, thank
Oh,
you.
the Chinese caster, nice. He did it as well. Ha! He noticed after me though. Should I just ping it back? Yeah. He just did it anyway.
Yep. Come on, Russian casters.
Go on, Russian casters, get in, guys. Get involved.
Crystal May, come on.
Crystal May was actually really nice, by the way, when we met him before.
Comforting rules
Yes.
of regeneration.
Not afraid to speak his mind, but yeah, nice guy.
I remember that line as well. Ooh,
Radiant are
refresher orb.
scanning.
So let's see
Ooh,
what
they're
they can
gonna-
do with this smoke. They're
Ooh,
showing
God.
an illusion Earthshake. Yep. That's where that's going. Totem, they've made the triangle. SCCC can't even run. Forced to pop the BKB, but Sylar? He pops his
has
BKB.
waveform.
He's surviving for now. He does have the Aegis. Juan is over here with SCCC, but on the backlines, they've got the Static Storm onto the Ember, so he's out of the fight for now. They got the kill on a Fade. Remnant
Oh my
over
God,
with the
the
Fissure
chain.
landing, and they've got the Echo Slam, and they'll throw it
buyback.
down. They get a kill on SCCC. They'll take out Chuan. The buyback comes in from the Disruptor as well as the Kunkka. Now XSS forced to be false promised by Bobica.
Oh my goodness.
But in the front lines is this Oracle still, and it's a triple kill for nothing to say.
Radiant's middle
GG
tower
is
under
called.
Oh my
EHOME
God.
eliminate Aster, and they have brought it back to absolutely
Radiant's
blow
middle
Aster
tower
out of the
has
water.
fallen.
You guys thought Morph Shaker was dead.
Radiant's middle barracks are
You
under
guys thought we'd never see it again. You were wrong. I mean, how quickly did that game turn when they managed to pick up the Ags on the Morphling, actually? I thought it would be good. I thought it would be good, but I didn't think it was going to be quite that good. I also think Aster just made some misplays there towards the end of the game. Like that's their third Roche there. Like when Chuan just goes in and dies after he doesn't have BKB anymore. And EHOME know that. I feel like that was such a big, not throw, that's not the right word, but a big misplay. Like, I don't know. And Jinky finally, like, when he gets his items and comes online on this Clinks, he basically becomes a fourth core, right? With the damage that he can output. EHOME played the start of this game so poorly, though. We have to point that out. And the fact they've still managed to come back and win is really impressive. Like, Troll died once this whole game, by the way, which was that final fight. And because